Well, hello there, winners. How you guys doing? Hey, now that we've gone through and told you what it would take to prepare and what it would take to really make this thing work so that you can really get your retirement done, your foundation, the money that you're making, reach your goal here in the next 10 weeks. Now, let me go and give you guys a quick outline of what you're going to be seeing, what's going to be happening, and the process that we're going to be going through here. And so let me go ahead and go through that real quick with you guys. So the 10-week strategy is this. First of all, let me show you the goal here. The goal is, if you can get started already at all three levels, then that would be the fastest and best way to do it. If it's within your budget, I would go ahead and do it. If you're going to make a decision to build it big anyway, you might as well go for it, And like I said before, sometimes when you have more skin in the game, then you get more committed to making it work, right? And I hope that you are here after watching the last video, that you are committed and you did make a decision to do so. And if you haven't upgraded yet, I encourage you to do so. And if not, that's okay. You can get started with the $25 and plus $9.95 admin fee. And the goal is that every week, for you to be able to upgrade till in the next 3 weeks to get you to the 175. I would even encourage upgrading to the other levels, but I'm not going to talk about that here. But here's the strategy. Take a quick look at this here, and let me see here. I want to make sure you guys can see my. Oh, there's my little. So the idea is that we want to get on the ball. And we really, as much as possible, get your 4 partners the first week, okay? And, you pass up your second and fourth, and then you get to keep your first and third, right? So that's how it works. Just in case you're not familiar yet, and you're not really familiar how the compensation works, that's how it is. You get your 4, and with this illustration, we're only sticking with the 4. Although, we'll talk about this a little bit more, you're not necessarily going to find the 4 that you want to start with right off the bat. So you may have to recruit every week until you find the actual 4 or at least the 2, and it keeps spreading like that. And every time you get a pass up that doesn't work, you replace that. Okay, that's the idea, so that you continually work. But on the basis here, so let's say those 2, the week 1 you get 2, you make $25 on each one, you make $50. Now I encourage you to upgrade to the next level on the next week. Okay, as soon as you make that money, go ahead and upgrade to the next level. And let's say those 2 did the same thing, passed that 4 to you, you'll make $100. Okay, you upgraded your business to 50 and 25, you make $100. Now I encourage you to sign up and get that done and upgrade onto the 100. Okay, so now you have a 25, 50, and 100. And let's say this week you get 4 people passed up to you. Okay, now here's the trick here. 4 people at 25, you get 100, right? That's where you upgrade. Then you get 8 people. Those 4 people pass up 2 to you. That's 8 people. So you make $200 on the $25 commission. Okay, and if this guy did exactly the same thing, and those people that was passed up to you, or actually these guys here, they went ahead and upgraded to the $50 level, then that means you made $100 on the $50 level. Okay, what if these guys, now here's the thing, if you didn't upgrade but these guys decided to do 175, you'll miss out on the $50 and $100 commission. That's gone. Okay, as a matter of fact, the pass-ups that they pass up on the 50 and 100 will be going to the person above you. Okay, to your sponsor or whoever is qualified to receive those commissions. So it's really important to consider that if you're going to go after it big time anyway, you might as well. All right, so now let's say those 8, you make $200. Okay, but then the 4 people, okay, the 4 people that you receive as a pass up, they upgraded to the $50. You made $200 right there. Okay, and then those 2 upgraded to their 100. Additional 200. So for the next 10 weeks, look at what's going to happen here. All right, the next 10 weeks on a $25,000 commission, you got $25,000 or $25 commission, $25, $25,000, $12,800, and $12,800. Now you may be wondering how come these 2 numbers are the same? Because the $100 started already, a week behind. All right. So otherwise, this would have been, if it started the same time as the 50, this would have been so much more. And if it all started all at the same time, you'll know that this between these three here, you'll be looking at over $300,000, right? But based on this plan, step up, upgrade. See, that's why I'm saying you don't need other programs to do upgrade this, upgrade that. We can do it all in National Wealth Center. Okay, starting with 25, heck, we can go all the way to 7,500. What if when you made 450, you upgrade to the 250 one time? What if when you made 1,250, you upgrade to the $1,000? And then when you made, $6,000, you upgrade to you just keep upgrading and you get bigger commissions. And what if everybody did the same thing? But we're just sticking with the residuals here, all right? But look what happened here. At the end of 10 weeks, if everything that you built was just based on the $25 level, then you'd be at $25,000. If you only succeeded 10% at a time, that's still $2,500 a month. Okay? If it's 5%, that's still $1,250 a month, right? But what if it's all three? Look at this. We're talking about $102,000 in 10 weeks. Now, can people really achieve that? Yes, there are people that can achieve that. Most likely they're already marketers, already have a big database, and they've built what they needed to do. But what if you only succeeded 5% of that? 5% is still $5,100 a month in 10 weeks, residual. Okay? And I'll tell you what, I like to get really, really conservative. If after 10 weeks your residual is only at 1%, which is $1,000 a month, 10 weeks from now, would that be bad? And remember, it's a process of doubling up too. And when you get to that point, at this point, do you think you can really stop it? No. All right. So that's the goal there, is that we want to be able to achieve these kind of numbers at the bare minimum. Be making at least 5,000, and heck, even if we ended up with 0.5% success rate, could you imagine 0.5% success rate? Really, really want to get conservative? That's still $500 a month. I know a lot of you could use 500. I could use an extra $500 a month, right? So that's our goal. So the idea here is to build really a foundation for long-term success, not just to get the 5,000 or 1,000 or 50,000 or 100, but it's building the foundation. This is what the 10 weeks about. And the first 21 to 30 days is developing a habit, okay? And as your habit builds up, your income builds up, your belief goes up. As you build your habit, and your knowledge, then you become more and more of a leader. We're going to shoot for achieving Peter Wolfing's goal, okay? We're going to shoot for the moon here. But if we miss the moon and hit the barn, guess what? We'll still be at about 5 to 10% rate on top of the roof. But if we miss it totally and we end up on the floor is still not bad, because we're still looking at about $500, $1,000 to $3,500. Okay? Is that bad? No, at 1%. Heck, 0.5%. See what I'm saying? This is really reasonable. But you know what it would take? The consistency of what you do. So now, here we go. And if you're ready, we're going to start with the basics of marketing. We're going to be exposing the presentation. That's really the key there, is traffic, okay? He who shows the presentation the most will win. Then our goal is to flood the internet with all our capture pages and presentations. Then we want to make sure that we follow up. We have the autoresponder that's going to do that, but additional follow-ups from your side, and I'm going to talk about that, is key. Every day is about self-development. Your attitude and knowledge is building. Your marketing strategy is growing and becoming a leader in the industry. 10-week to retirement strategy. The goal, again, is not just to make money, but to really build foundation. The first goal is to make money quickly, so we have to have a sense of urgency. The power of 4. Here's the key. It's not about just finding 4 and then that's it. You're going to keep finding 4 until those 4, or you get the people that continually do the work that they need. And you know what? Most likely, they're not all going to do it, right? So we might need to keep recruiting until you get to a point where you're automatically getting more and more pass-ups every single week, right? So that's the idea there. Use the system. Even if you're good at offline marketing, even if you're already good at that, use the system. So remember, you may be good, but the people that you're getting in are probably not. You may be an offline guy, but the person that you're recruiting probably hate talking to people. You may be an online guy, but the person that you might be talking to is better off on Facebook or offline marketing. So use the system so that everybody duplicates and everybody uses the same thing. So when they go into a training, they go into to presentations, or they watch videos, they're seeing the same thing that you're telling them. You start telling them something different. You start telling them, hey, use this other system over here, or I add this here and that. You're going to confuse your group. Okay, you're going to confuse the people. So use the system. It simplifies your life. You know, you might be able to do a lot of things on your own. Excuse me here. You might be able to do a lot of training and be able to teach people and do things on your own. But let me ask you this. How are you going to do when you have 20 people, 100 people coming in and are starting to want to know what to do? Are you really going to be able to train them all? No, that's why you want to use the system. Let this videos do the training and action. You can check up on them. We're using our system also. Okay, build your list. This is number one key that we want you to develop. At the end of 10 weeks, we want you to have a few thousand people on your lead list. Okay, and because that's internet real estate. Finding developing a list of people that are in the home base or looking for home-based businesses. You want to build a reputation. They will, they will follow you or stay away from you. Are you the person to follow because you take the time to really care about your group, or are you the one that just constantly trying to feed them new programs, new things, or not following the team, not following the system? You're doing your own thing, and you're not really leading. Communicate with your leads. The people that haven't joined yet, communicate with associates, the people that have joined you and signed up, and communicate with leaders to constantly check with them. Okay, how you're doing, and somebody to be mentored by. Okay, you don't have to do this manually in the sense of phones all the time. Leads, use the system, email system, Facebook, etc. Okay, people that are signed up in your business, work with that. You notice the people that are growing, guess what? Give them a call. Pick up the phone and connect with them. Facebook, connect with them on Facebook. Okay? Be a leader. And also communicate with your leaders. Make sure that you are progressing. Develop leadership to that list. If you're doing the communication and all that, guess what? People will start looking at you as a leader in the industry. Let me tell you the progress of growth that we're going to see here in the next 10 weeks. We're going to start with the basics of recruiting online. All right? We're going to start with the basics of recruiting online, promote. We're going to drive traffic, Facebook, etc. And then you get, process of growth. People are going to get followed up. Autoresponder will do some automated follow-up with you, but taking the time for personal emails is important. Okay, and you can do that through our back office, through broadcast, and also sending individuals email through the back office. Try to use NMSS as much as possible. Okay, instant message through Facebook. If they're on Facebook, which they should be, if they're part of our Facebook group, connect with the people that you have. The people that are paying you, make sure that you get to know who they are and connect with them. All right. By you building relationship with the people that are paying you, then guess what? They're going to keep their subscription, even if they're not growing as fast as they want. Okay? Phone call always helps, especially the ones that that are trying. Now, there are some people who are going to try and take up a lot of your time, but they never really seem. All they seem is like they never do anything, or they complain about something, or they can't seem to get something, but then you don't really see real activity on them. Maybe they just focus on studying and trying, but not really doing. Okay, so, and remember, even the phone calls on follow-up, they've already either signed up with your system, maybe they just haven't done anything, or maybe they haven't even paid. Okay, but they signed up with National Wealth Center and NMSS, but they haven't really activated their account. Well, pick up the phone, it's a customer service call, or they've opted in even. Okay, depending on how many leads and how many people you're already working with that are active. Okay, in the beginning, guess what? You're going to probably be focused a lot on contacting leads that haven't signed up, but they've shown interest. Okay. Then you sign them up. Again, use the automated system. Hopefully the automated sales funnel does its job, and then, people follow the instruction and they sign up, and then the next one they sign up on the next deal, and it automatically sign them up in National Wealth Center, automatically sign them up on NMSS, and then or if you're doing it manually, still use the system with them. Okay. And we're going to have additional feeder programs in the process that would help generate leads, generate signups, and additional cash flow. Okay. Again, I can't emphasize this enough. The more you use the system, it simplifies your life. It simplifies the training. Everybody's duplicating and doing it the simple way. Okay. It's a new system for you, but then once it becomes norm, guess what? It's easy for everybody. Follow, and you're able to keep track of everybody all in one place. That's why you have a complete back office. Okay. Again, follow up. Becoming a leader. I talked about this. See, here's the cool thing. You're not going to really have to recruit the whole time. In the next 10 weeks, you might only need to recruit a handful of weeks until you get enough to where now you're starting to be spending more time becoming a leader, spending more time helping people get better, helping people learn the system, helping, being there for them, answering questions and all that. And then you're just, receiving. Ultimately, that's the idea, is the power of 4 and the 10 week is that it gets to a point to where you go from recruiting new people and signing them up to where you're getting new people, getting passed up, and then you're working with those people. And if the 4 people, that you got as a pass up, only one of them is working, guess what? Find a replacement for the other 3, right? Don't wait for the next pass up. Find a replacement for the other 3. Go recruit again, okay? Until you see the fact that every week, the amount of people that are coming into your business, the commissions that you're getting are growing, okay? And becoming a leader means, you can start, you're training them, but you don't have to do the manual training. Training them is leading them to the training in NMSS, maybe showing them where they're at, okay? Helping them succeed, okay? Be careful. There's going to be a lot of people that's going to be flooding. Don't let the people that aren't really growing, that aren't really being accountable, take up your time. And they seem to be the ones that do it. Encourage them, okay? And believe in your team and believe in them. Becoming successful is about building a database. That's part of the building a reputation, building a foundation. Just imagine when you get to the point where you have hundreds of people that's what's passed up to you, and they're following the system, okay? It's going to be unstoppable, right? And so, you're going to start making money and ultimately continue to make money. Let's talk about the Facebook strategy. So, like I mentioned, we're going to do multiple types of marketing strategies. I really want you to pick one and focus on it. Get good at it before you add a second one, except for adding a paid marketing. You can add paid marketing anytime, and even that, try to stick with one. We'll even have a marketing co-op, so you don't even have to think about it. You just put in your fund, and we'll drive traffic and sign-ups for your website, okay? And they're not necessarily immediate, but knowing that you're going to have traffic and leads coming in and sign-ups, just the fact that you get leads coming in can help you have people to follow up with and get them ultimately signed up, all right? We're going to talk about Facebook marketing, how to effectively post on groups, not what the 99% are doing, but effective. Copy and paste, okay? You will have already stuff that you can just copy and paste. And, on social media, it's going to become more and more familiar. But on Facebook, you want to make sure that you keep it social. If people go to your Facebook profile, do they just see all marketing, or did they see social stuff like about your family and your food, or things that people like to post? I like to post pictures, quotes, videos, but you know what I even do without necessarily posting an advertising campaign is I just on top of on the picture, or even on the comment section with the picture, or the comment section with the video I sent or a quote, I just put my link indiscreetly, okay? I would also tell you guys, I would suggest, instead of using just our link like NMSS Inc. or whatever, buy your own URL and redirect it, Okay, that's one way to build your brand. Figure out your brand, whether it's your name. Okay, I would start with your name and just put that and put your link on there. Okay, we'll also have the team strategy where we promote a team site. Okay, connecting and building friends list. You know, creating a fan page, or what I would call almost like a Facebook blog. Okay, you can do that. Building your own post ads page. That's one way to build a database, because all these people want to post ads, but guess what's on the header? The link to your website there, you know, the 10-week retirement strategy. Click here to get access to the 10-week retirement strategy. Boom. Guess what? 10,000 people go to your group. They want to post ads, but really you're advertising yourself, right? And ultimately they're gonna, oh, who's this guy? Oh, what's this guy? You know, even offer a free video on stuff like that, and on a pin post. Okay, that's just another way. Building your friends list to maximum. Building a follower list. Okay, I didn't put that on there, but you know, you're limited to 5,000 people that can be in your friends list, but you can have hundreds of thousands of people following you. Okay, they might not be your friends, but they can follow you. Building reputation on Facebook. You don't want to be in Facebook jail all the time. You don't want to be just marketing all the time. It's a social media. People want to know that you are also a person and you have a life. Okay, and then you're gonna learn the proper recruiting on Facebook. Okay, classified ad marketing. Really, this is probably one of the simplest ways to drive traffic and get leads, and all that. But it does also, you know, take some work, just like anything, you know. And you open up, you're gonna, in the first week, you're gonna spend a lot of time opening up accounts. It's gonna take a little bit longer. But once you have accounts and you have the passwords all set up automatically in your computer and everything else, copy and pasting an ad literally will take you, you know, less than a minute an ad. In the beginning, it might take you 5-10 minutes per ad because you're trying to figure out the websites and stuff like that. But we'll have a list of the different classified ad websites, free classified ad websites that you can sign up for, and then you'll have ads that you can copy and paste. Okay, and you can just change it up. And I know sometimes people, oh, do I have the perfect ad? You know, if you're gonna flood it with 300 to 200 ads a day, would it really matter? One of them is going to work. A few of them are going to work. And remember, those ads doesn't disappear every day. They stay there for a week, 2 weeks, a month, depending on the ad places. Okay? You can do some paid areas and all that. We'll talk about that once we get in there. But you don't have to. Okay? Then if you like offline, guess what? There's going to be a little bit of training, tips, and stuff like that. I have a training already on offline marketer for generic, but you can use it on this. I mean, that's if you're you know, an offline guy, but still use our system. Still use, you know, you want to promote it to somebody offline, guess what? Tell them, here's the website, give them your capture page, fill out, you know, put your name and email there, and then it'll give you access to the presentation. Okay? Well, why do I need to put my name and email? So that I know who's looked at my website, and I can send you a, you know, just a follow-up email, but not to bug you. Okay? Use that. If you want to do presentation yourself, we'll have PowerPoint available for you. Follow up on the phone. This is a customer service call. It's not gonna be a cold call. Okay, sign people up in person, but or on the phone. Walk them through the system, the sales funnel. Okay, where they click on the button on your website and they click on this button. If you try to send them to National Wealth directly, and then you know. Bottom line, you try to use the system as much as possible. And then if they're on Facebook, guess what? And put them in the group and start encouraging to be in that group every day. Be part of the group. Okay? Paid marketing. We've got high traffic, auto posting software, solo ads, Facebook retargeting. Also, I forgot to add on there, NMSS co-op, to where you don't have to think about it. You just pay the co-op and we'll drive traffic to your website and find, you know, help you find signups. Okay, and ultimately you want to have additional and advanced long-term marketing. Guess what? Once you're done recruiting, once you're now just in a training mode, once you're starting to see people coming in, then you can start having a little bit more time learning about blogging. you know, for long term. Or, you know, if you like to do video, I like to do videos. I'm very comfortable in video, so video marketing is one of the most effective ways. Blogging and video marketing is more of a long term, because once you develop enough out there and you know you start learning how to drive traffic to it, start efficiently optimizing it, then next thing you know, it's gonna start driving traffic automatically. People are gonna start seeing you on you know, on YouTube. That's how Josh originally found me on Infinity Downline 2 years ago, was from a video I posted 2 years before that. Okay, that I didn't really even know how to do. I just posted it, and I guess it got a lot of traffic, and I didn't even design it right. Okay, I didn't know what I was doing. I just started posting videos. You know what? And it still worked. Okay. So then we want to make sure that we do a weekly progress check. I'm gonna, you know, on day 4, it's gonna say hump day. How are you doing so far? Do we need to intensify your activity so that you meet your goal? Okay, every week we're gonna start out with what's the goal this week, hump day, and then check your progress at the end of the 7th day. At the end of the day, 7th day, take a look at how am I doing? How did I do this week? How many leads did you get? All that stuff. Okay, so in this first couple of weeks, it's gonna take a little bit longer until you get used to it. But then after that, guess what? It's gonna be automatic. Less time it's gonna take, but then you're learning something new every week, right? So you're still going to take the same amount of time, but now you're progressing to becoming better and better at what you're doing. All right? So ultimately, you won't really have to manually or continually recruit forever. You want to build a foundation, and it gets to a point to where you can't stop it. And if you see it slow down, guess what? You already know what to do to bring it back up, or you have a big database ready. You'll build a team that's growing. If we use the system, if we use the group, if we use the communication system, you will end up building a team that's growing, tight, unified, and excited. Okay? You will see your income continue to grow constantly with this program, especially if you really put your hard-earned focus on this. How would you love it to where if your income just keeps growing because you did the work 6 months ago? Okay? And you built a foundation on the 10-week plan 6 months ago. Right? So you ready? So write down your goal. What is it really that you really want to accomplish at the end of 10 weeks? Okay? And even put some material things in there for what you want to be able to buy. When, you know, maybe it's like right now, it'll be the holiday. Maybe you can have an extra 500 or 1,000 that you can use as a gift. Okay? I didn't even, you know, one thing I forgot to talk about is reinvesting what you make. Okay? But that's going to be part of the training. Get prepared. You know, set aside everything. Commit your time. Eliminate distraction. Make up business hours. That's one of the best ways to really get consistent. Okay, if you create business hours for yourself and create consistency. Consistency will create simplicity. Simplicity will create progress, and progress will create growth. Right? Then go to work and get focused. Let's get started. You excited? You fired up? Man, I'm so fired up, excited for you that in the next 10 weeks, it's going to be the toughest, most exciting time of your life if you really get with it. Forgive me for all the pots and pans going on in the background because I think boys washing dishes, but that's cool. That's what we do what we have to do, right? Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.